Welcome back to the channel. As promised, here is an inbox review and look at the Bandi Star Wars 1/72 scale TIE Interceptor. This for a while in North America was a hard kit to find. You could get it if you were willing to get it shipped in due to some rights issues. So I would assume Bandi and Disney finally reached some sort of agreement, because we're seeing these kits now in a lot of the regular places. This one in particular has always been a favorite of mine, the TIE Interceptor. So when one of the local anime stores had them in stock, I couldn't resist the chance to get it. Anyway, let's take a look at what's in here. All I've done is taken off the external wrapping, had a quick look at the contents, haven't opened the bags or anything. So anyway, there's the box, basic good cover art. You've got some standard pictures with some of the features on the kit on the one side, and then a picture of the assembled model on the other with the stand there, so it's not bad. And standard stuff at the end. There we go. The other side just has the usual warnings about small pieces, etc., etc. See if I can bring that in focus. There we go, you get the idea. It's trying. All right. Anyway, we'll get it opened up here. Take that off. Everything's nicely wrapped. That over there for now. So the first couple of sprues, everything seems to be 2 or 3 sprues to a bag. So the first couple of sprues are the solar panels. Also the laser effect, if you want to do something like that. You can see here. Solar panels, the cockpit frame. The Bandi's built these models. In theory, you wouldn't have to paint them. Of course, I'm planning to. So, but overall, the quality is excellent. Here's the supports for the solar panels. At least the outside one. Very crisp molding. Like, I mean, very crisp. I'll try and get that in focus for you. Anyway, you get the idea. Very crisp molding. There's also 2 pilot figures. One that's standing and one that's sitting. Trying to get them to focus. I may have to take it out of the bag. Anyway, so yeah, quite good. The second bag contains the decals, and including the interior and exterior of the cockpits, as well as there's the display base. From what I understand, the display base is configurable, so you can put the TIE Interceptor at various angles. Here is the cockpit area itself. More of the interior stuff. Looks like quite a lot of detail there. Some of it might be hidden by the time you put everything together, unless you leave that panel door open. And then we have the third set of sprues is more of the actual fuselage assembly there. And some more decals. These are probably the sticker ones. I should have pointed out the decals. They have a version for water slide and stickers, so younger modelers can just proceed to that, which is fine. But again, very crisp on the detail here. Very nice. Not too bad at all. Again, very crisp. Not too bad. Fairly low part count. And then last but not least, we have the manual. Been looking forward to this. These instructions are very straightforward, but very detailed. Obviously, most of it's in Japanese, but there is English. It lists the parts list here, the standard how to assembly, fairly straightforward. Some guides on how to cut the parts off. Here's the, basically you're going to build it in 3 sections. You're going to build the interior, or the main part of the ship, and then the solar panel wings, and then the support base. So the first part obviously here is the cockpit. Fairly straightforward. They did invite you to turn the page, which we shall do. And again, the rest of it showing some of the clear parts going in, etc., some of the decals. Continuing along. And then working on the wing assemblies itself. This is where, if you're going to paint it, you might deviate slightly, because obviously you're going to want to paint some of the details before gluing the solar panels in, or else you're going to be in for quite a bit of masking. But again, fairly straightforward, fairly simple build actually. It'll go together rather quickly. So I know some people are going to have fun weathering it, so we'll see what happens there. And last but not least, the adjustable base. And here is where you can put the simulated lasers, in the fluorescent green we talked about. And then there's also a bit here for the cockpit pilot to give an idea of scale. This is 1 to the 72nd. And then the very last page here is the decal placement sheet for how to put the markings. Kind of a painting guide too. They do list some painting guides here if you choose to paint them. I'm not seeing a particular paint manufacturer here. I could be wrong, but not that I see. I just see things like light gray body, solar panel. They're not really, they're just saying flat black. They have some mix suggestions here. So for example, the light gray is neutral gray 70%, white 30%, and a touch of blue gray. So yes, no particular painting manufacturer's guidelines. We'll see if we can bring that in. It doesn't want to focus. There you go. So yeah, you can pause at this point. You can see where it mentions which ones are the stickers, which ones are the water decals. So yeah, overall, fairly good. Looks like a fairly straightforward build. It's almost a shame it's that quick, but sometimes it's nice to have a quick and simple thing. So I'm planning to build this out of the box, obviously. I am going to do some painting with it, although I might, we'll see if we paint the solar panels at all. They're kind of a semi-gloss already. Overall, a very nice looking kit. And I'm looking forward to building this one from Bandi and seeing what all the fuss is about and all the positive reviews. So that's it for this time. Thank you and be well.